Orange pistachio overnight oats. Sounds pretty yummy, huh? So that's what this recipe and this video is going to be about. And so basically I'm sharing the tools right now. I'm going to be using fresh ginger instead of the cinnamon. So I'm going to go ahead and use the knife to cut the ginger. And then I'm going to use, I forgot the name of this little device. And then, of course, you're going to store it in the containers. And then the pistachios I'm going to chop up in this little coffee grinder, which basically looks like this. But I'm going to do this for me and my son. And so I'm thinking of 2 days worth, basically. So that's why I've got 4 of them. So go by your family size or who you're cooking for if it's just for you. And I think it's for her recipe. I think it says for 1 serving. So I'm going to have to figure this out. I'll have to double, triple, or whatever the ingredients. But anyway, so just like I said, you know, pretty much go with what it is that you and your loved ones need. And really quick, at the end of the video, I might do a oracle cards and tarot card reading. If you like that, that'll be at the end of the video. This, I'm going to keep it straight, you know, pretty much for the recipe and all that, with some tips or whatever, some ideas, etc., etc. So hopefully it'll be a little bit helpful. So let's go ahead and jump right into it, and we're going to go into the next steps. Before I go too deep, though, this is not going to be one that is going to be a dry storage like in your cabinets. This is going to be one that you're going to want to store in your fridge. And basically, we will be storing it in an airtight container in the fridge for 3 to 4 days, or in the freezer for up to 3 months. To thaw a frozen serving, just place it in the fridge and the day before. And basically, the cookbook, her website, and everything, including my donations page and my Etsy listings for my services and every single thing that I'm going to mention in this video, is going to either be in the description. The description of the video, or on the post, wherever basically you're seeing this at, on whichever media platform. With how theirs is, where the written is, that's where it's going to be at. It's just, you know, I don't have time to explain all of the steps. Okay, so the rolled oats, I'm going to go ahead and fill it up 2 cups of these worth, because right now it's at a cup. And I think that's going to make 4 of these, because like I said, her recipe, it's supposed to be for 1 serving, it says. So we're going to find out together if it's way too much or if I'm misunderstanding something. I don't think I am, but I could be. I don't know. I like to do it like this too, because if I make like so many mistakes, it's just funny. And so, you know, it's just helpful. So we're going to find out together, actually. And so, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and do a total of, well, I wouldn't say 4 cups. It would be 2 cups, because I think it was 1/4 or something is what she calls for. And so, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and do another one of those, and then we'll go on to the next ingredient. The one thing I wanted to point out, though, is that this one would be using less oats. So if that's the predicament that you're in and you need something with less oats, or if you're not in that predicament and you have as much of oats as you need or whatever, for whatever reason, then the other recipe would be perfect for you. But if that's, you know, something that you're looking into. And I'll try to remember to put that, if I can. I'll either put it at the ending video. I have to get on my computer to do that part. Or I'll put the link in the video as well. If I totally forget and you are interested more in the other recipe, then definitely let me know. And then that way, like, leave it as a comment. And then therefore I can put that there and then put the other one, you know, vice versa, basically. All right, it's going to be 1/2 cup of milk, or dairy-free, like the almond or whichever one you prefer. And for me, I went ahead and, since I'm doing more ingredient, like I said, for 4 of these, I went ahead and filled it up to the cup. And also, you can home make, which I will have to actually be doing, is what I'm supposed to be doing but right now I don't have the time. So I'm supposed to be home making these almonds or coconuts and this, that, and the other type milk, and everything has to be from scratch for the Naturally Recovering Autism program that we're doing, including we're not supposed to be eating oats. But I'm slowly transitioning over to that anyway, and it's going to be a little bit healthier. And so it's just taking a little time to transition to all of that, but I'm going to get there. It's just taking some time. Go ahead, Mommy. And so my little helper, he's going to demonstrate of putting it into the mixing bowl. Go ahead. Put that in there. There you go. Go ahead. You got it. There you go. Thank you, my Manx. My little man's wanting to stir. The next ingredient is going to be the, I'm using for the Greek yogurt, this right here, this coconut milk yogurt alternative. It's a vanilla. That's the only one they had in stock at the moment. I don't know exactly how to hand make a plant-based type one. I'm going to have to figure that out, and if I do, then I will try to maybe have the recipe for that. But this for the Greek yogurt is 1/4 of a cup. Now you can use regular milk, type of Greek yogurt if that's, your preference. You can do that, of course. And, but yeah, so you can do that, or like I said, this option. And so it'll be 1/4. For me, since I didn't look, I'm going to go ahead and do, what is that, 3/4 or whatever. I'm going to attempt it and hope that that's the right amount. I might even just go ahead and I'm just going to go ahead and do 1 cup for me. And we'll see how that does, actually. As you can see, like I said, I went ahead and did a cup. It's supposed to be a cup. I went a little over, but that's okay. It's going to be yummy. Or it'll mess it up and I'll regret the decision. One of the two. Hey, check it out. It pretty much makes like a heart. Right there and right there. And then it goes down. But it don't look like it on the camera now. But it did look like that when I'm looking at it. Just gotta get the light to shine right, but I don't think it will work. All right, Michael wants to go ahead and pour that in there. Go ahead. You can pour it in there. There we go. Yummy yums. Thank you, my Mike. Says for 1 tablespoon of chia seeds, and I'm going to go ahead and do 2 tablespoons for, like I said, the amount that I'm doing. 1 tablespoon of maple syrup, and I'll be doing 2 tablespoons. 1/4 cup or 40 grams of orange chopped up. But for me, I'm probably going to do a cup worth. I'm not quite sure yet, so we'll find out in a minute. I decided to go ahead. I'm going to do 2 oranges. And that was the first one, which was a smaller orange, and it got up to pretty much a cup. And so I'm thinking 2 because the size and the amount, and we'll see. I'll stir it in a minute and show y'all. So we're going to find out together. All right, so my little helper is going to go ahead and put the orange in there now. There we go. And I'm going to finish chopping them up. Yep, thank you, my mate. I'm going to finish chopping those up, and then I'll stir it in. See together. She was loving on the puppy. She was like rubbing all on the puppy. I don't know if she'll do it again or not. No, that my little man. Oh, there we go. I just thought that was too cute. Well, as you can see, there are different sizes. Like I said, the oranges were, and the other one went up to a cup evenly, and this one went past it. So we're about to find out, like I said. Let's see. And so when somebody says small, medium, large size or whatever, size of the fruit, food, whichever, really doesn't matter, as you could tell with what just happened. So I'm going to stir it in and let's see. But as you can see, the amount actually ended up pretty good. So I think it's going to be just the right amount. And I also wanted to mention, though, real quick that depending on you, like if maybe you're making it for yourself or whatever, and you would want the whole piece of the orange, you can go ahead and probably leave it like that without having to chop it up like this. I chopped it up like this because, like I've said before, is my son, he's nonverbal autistic, and so for him, it's easier for him to eat because of the lack of the muscles and swallowing and this, that, and the other. It's easier for him to eat things that are more chopped for him, and of course, I'll chop it up and everything like this. And so therefore he's able to eat it that way. However, on the Naturally Recovering Autism program, it's going to help him to get basically being able to eat again the way he's intended to eat, not everything chopped up and all of that. So he will get the muscles back and, to swallow and all that kind of stuff as well. So I will be doing more videos of that pretty soon. I'm hoping pretty soon. We'll see. Of the Naturally Recovering Autism program, showing maybe some progress, challenges, or whatever. We'll see together. When we completely get done with this, if I still am guided to, I'm going to go ahead and not just the cards, but I might go ahead and cut open my little baby cantaloupe that we keep talking about and see if maybe I can get some seeds or something from it and what it looks like. Because this is from my garden. And so one of the raccoons, I think, plucked it off early and just didn't take it some reason. And so I've had it in the house. And so I think for 2 days now? So we're just going to find out together if I can. If not, hopefully on the next video, but it has to be very soon. It'll be also 1 tablespoon of pistachios, which I'm fixing to use in the grinder. I think I'm going to do 2. I'm just going to be guided, and I'm going to put stuff in here, and we're going to find out together. I probably won't find out the amount, but I'm just going to go by judging, what's in the bowl and all of that, and seeing how I think it'll fit together. So we'll see. I didn't put much in there for now, but that's okay because I'm going to do a few of these, and we'll see how many of these filled up that I will do. The first one. Nice and a great texture. Yes, Michael. I'm thinking maybe only 2. It didn't want to work for me. What? There we go. And the amount that I used turned out to that. So we're fixing to find out what it looks like stirred up. All right, so I went ahead and added some more, just a little bit more maple, just because I messed up. I was supposed to put the pistachio, the orange, the maple syrup, the ginger, or the cinnamon. Next time I'll probably try the cinnamon one, but I'm going to go ahead and try the ginger for this one. That's supposed to be the topping. So I was supposed to do what I did earlier, and those 4 ingredients that I just read was the topping. But that's okay. Like I said, there's always ways to do things and all of that. So I just have everything mixed. It was going to mix eventually. But I know that doing it the way she was saying was probably the better way to store it. I don't know. I mean, we'll find out. But yeah, so that's what I did. And I'll be adding the ginger, and then that'll be it. And then I'll do the readings or whatever I want to do afterwards. Probably the cantaloupe still. All right, so I got the ginger in, and now I'm going to show you the end results. All right, the end results. But look. It's a little messy. Oopsie, it's not perfect. Sorry. But that is the end results. And so I did fill these 2 up a little bit more. Of course, these less. So if we're still hungry or whatever and those don't fill us up, then maybe I can have those 2 afterward. Not those 2, but in other words, we both get 1 each. And then go from there. But I don't think we're going to need more than that. So, but yeah, so I tried to get it to what I was supposed to do, like I did with the other one, is I filled it up to about there. And that would have probably got them all equal for all 4 of them. So, but that's okay. Oh, look, another mess. Yes, I will get that cleaned. But, yep. All right, so I just wanted to say, though, with all seriousness, even though I'm joking around about, oh, dirty, and, and all of that, is because for me, I love to find things where, not just that scenario, I'm just using that as an example, but I love things that are not common, I guess you would say, because we've grown to only view things as everything has to be perfectly spotless, clean, and this, that, and the other. And so, even though I've always rebelled against that a little bit, that it don't need to be that way, but I do see the importance in it, though. But sometimes it can be excessive, like what my mom used to do. She would stay up late at night, just her OCD got so severe and everything when it came to cleaning. And so it was like really, really bad. She'd be waking us up, vacuuming at like 3 a.m. And we had school the next day and all that kind of stuff. So she was just like nonstop cleaning because once she learned some things, especially, I noticed that too about a lot of people, whether somebody's going to nursing school or somebody that has or is a nurse or medical field, hazmat, this, that, the other. And they talk about that kind of stuff with people, like how dirty things are, what it can do, and this, that, and the other. It can turn on like a very major OCD switch in some people. And I think that's what happened to my mom. And so she wanted to make sure that everything was perfectly clean for us. And, 'cause she wanted to make sure we were taken care of and everything. And so, oh, but man, was it so severe. But I think some of it too was she was taking, I don't know if she was taking a weight loss pill then or something. I think that's what kicked it also into overdrive even more. So I don't know. But anyway, so that's a little bit of my backstory. And that's why sometimes I joke around a little bit about it. Even though I watched, my poor mom struggle with her OCD with it and all of that kind of stuff. And so I'm just trying to lighten the mood and everything, basically, with that. And so, but again, for me, I love seeing things that are not perfect. And when I see little imperfections like that, for me, I appreciate it because I know that somebody's not having to worry about completely pleasing people and things like that. Like all the stuff that I made tonight, like it's probably a little mess. I mean, like little crumbs here, little crumbs there. I did oatmeal and all this kind of stuff. And so it's not perfect. I just rinsed the knife, so therefore I can, cut this. And so no, it's not perfect. And for me, like I said, I appreciate seeing that because that's reality. We're not taking every 1 minute to wipe everything down. I mean, unfortunately, they are doing that because there's a lot of mean trolls out there and things like that. And if you're a troll like that, you can kiss my butt because I do not care what you think. Now, if it's triggering your OCD and it's like troublesome like that, I'm very sorry. I really do apologize. But again, for people that are basically being rude about it, I'm going to do what I'm going to do. So anyway, I guess that's my Aries side. I'm Pisces Aries, but my Pisces is the compassionate, like, I understand, it's okay. And then my Aries side, yeah, deal with it. So I'm definitely the mix. It just depends on my moods, what I'm going through, and all of that. But anyway, all right, so we're going to go ahead and cut this open. I'm just curious. And so what I'm going to do is store, if there is any seeds, I'm going to go ahead and store the seeds. I just don't know if it formed any, any of the flesh or anything. I don't know. I don't know if it even formed any of the seeds. It might be too small. I mean, it is pretty big. And I think I'm about 6'2", like I said, or whatever. Something like that. But anyway, so yeah. So I mean, we're fixing to find out together. But if I am going to store it, basically what you would do is you would dry. Some people have different methods. Like they'll clean it up with water and everything, get all the flesh and everything off of it, dry the seeds, and then package them. You want them dry though. You really do. So it just depends on what type of method and how you're going to do it and everything. So like I said, there's different methods and stuff. And for right now, I had the bags to properly label them and all that. I know where they're at. I think I know where they're at now, but I need to use those if I can. If not, you can use Ziploc bags, but you want to keep them in cool, dark places if you can, and not, humidity, moist, and all that kind of stuff either. So anyway, all right, here we go. We're going to cut this open and find out together the moment of truth. And before the moment of truth, what I've noticed is you would think that's worms in there. I hope it's not. Because the way the indentions are, it's kind of hard to tell because the camera is not picking it up, but that's like indentions and it looks like it would be like a worm or something. So I don't know. I've had it sitting here for a while. And when I first got it, it didn't have any of that indention look and all of that. So I'm hoping that's not a worm just crawling around up in there. And that's where you'd have to worry about parasites and all that kind of fun little stuff. So I don't know. I don't think this is edible because, like I said, I don't know. I don't know if it, actually has a flesh inside, if it has any of the seeds. We're fixing to find out. But I wanted to point that out too, that just in case, if you see something like that, that maybe it might be worms or it might not be worms. Because when I saw that last time, I was just like, oh, there's probably worms. And so I barely ate on it and I gave the rest to the coons. But I don't know. It could be, like I said, just because it's been sitting for so long. Well, not so long, but it's been like 2 or 3 days, maybe, something like that. Or when I encountered it. I don't know when they plucked it off. So it couldn't have been too much before that because I kind of mostly go out there and check. So I don't know. We're going to find out together if there's some sort of worm or something doing this, maybe. Here we go. All right, I don't know how well it's going to hold because it's on my little olive oil box or the olive oil container. And so we're going to find out together. That's what I did my reading with. And so I'm just trying to figure, it's so pretty. I don't want to cut it. I think this side's so pretty until it gets all that. But anyway, all right, here we go. The moment of truth. Yeah, it cut through. Wow, it actually does. Look at that. This little bitty thing actually has some. Oh, how cool. I'm going to eat it. As long as I don't see no crazy worms and as long as it's like good still. Let me smell. Ooh, it smells yum-yums. We're going to go ahead and eat on that. I didn't know it actually would. I thought maybe it'd be too tiny and it wouldn't form any of, the flesh part. Or I think you call that the flesh. I mean, maybe the outside part's the flesh. I don't know, but I think this is the flesh, or both is the flesh. I don't know. How about the softer flesh and not the harder flesh? How's that one? Anyway, but yeah, so there's a ton of seeds, so that's perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and store those, and wow. Awesome. So yeah, I got me a little baby cantaloupes. It's so weird. It's like little mini size. Oh, look how cute. It is cute though. All right. I'm going to go ahead and eat on that. And I don't know. I mean, maybe I can show you the stored seeds. Probably not. Not this round. But there are some more out there if they leave it. I hope they leave it. Because they are getting my zucchini and all the other stuff right now. So, because I was going out there putting a lot of food out there, and then right now I'm not able to do that. So, yeah, that's where we're at. But anyway, so either I'm going to have a part 2 and have the oracle card part for this video as a part 2. So therefore, maybe it'll keep the video shorter because I haven't uploaded it yet, but I think the other video, the one that I just did, I think that's going to end up being too long. So I might have to do part 2 as well for that. Because I don't want people being like, oh my God, an hour long, cooking video. What is she doing, Some people will probably be like, hey, that's cool. What's going on, But it just depends on, your schedule and everything that's going on. But anyways, but yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. It smells delicious. I guess I might as well just get like a little bite and then just let y'all know now, and then we'll just go from there. God, look at how juicy that is. Wow. Sorry, I'm using the tip of the knife. Oh my God, that's so good. It's so juicy. Where's the camera? I'm trying to get the camera. That's like liquid. I don't know if you can see that or not, but oh my God, that's so good. Okay. So maybe it ain't a worm. Because I would think by cutting it, it would, the worm be like, oh my God, let me leave. But I don't see anything. So I'm just going to take a chance. And we are taking things for parasites anyway. There are things out there for that. The Naturally Recovering Autism program that we're doing, that's one of the things that we're taking too is parasites. So, but I can't give you what we're doing because that's not a company. That's like more of a family ran, so it's very small, and then it's just for the program. But again, look for something that's organic, plant-based, and that's for parasites and things like that, because it really does help. And oh my God, but there is I did find a coffee, how do I lightly put it, because this is a food thing. So maybe that'll be another topic for another time. I'm going to leave it that way. but it's coffee version. So, anywho's, some of y'all probably already know what I'm talking about, and I'm gonna be kind and not mention what it is. So, me, if it was just me and like if I knew who you were and if I knew you were comfortable, I would just blurt it out because that's just the type of person that I am. If I knew the person can take it, but if the person can't, then no, you know. So I want to say it so bad though because that's the type of person that I am. But like I said, I'll be nice. But, oh my god, this is so good. Like seriously, wow. That was even better than the bigger one that I had. So I guess it just had enough time to kind of form a little bit or whatever. We're still in the 80s right now during the day. And then 70s, I think sometimes higher 60s, maybe. And we are November 10th or something like that, I think now. And of 2024. So, I mean, as you can see, they're still growing. Now, I have watermelons that are way bigger than this. That would be like, you know, from the tip of that, maybe way out here somewhere. They're pretty big. I'm just holding off on getting them because I want to be sure that it's getting all the juices and everything basically that it needs and stuff. So, but wow, that is extremely juicy. It is so good. I can't wait to give a little man some of that. But yeah, I got a lot of seeds, so that's going to be perfect. Maybe eventually, you know, like if I'm able to, maybe I can sell some of these seeds and on my Etsy shop or whatever, but I don't know. I mean, you're not, basically, if you're going to do something like that, you do it more of a hobby because you're not going to make money with this. Me, I do need to make money, but I also want to do things that I enjoy. But right now I'm at the point because I'm not getting any income coming in, so I'm still trying to work on all that fun stuff. That's why I'm begging for donations, because the little bit that I do have, like I said, it is running low, unfortunately. And so I know, like I said, that's why I was like, if I'm at this point, I better start asking now and start getting something going now. Because it takes a long time, a year or so, before you can get, like, I'm still waiting on my son's SSA to come in. I'm pretty sure he's going to be denied again, and then I'm going to have to go and refile again, and I'm going to keep refiling until we get something. Anyways, so yeah, that's the point that we're at, and I don't know. I just hope that, you know, something comes up somehow to where I don't have to do donations. I would prefer to not ask for donations. I enjoy doing the content creation or services or this, that, and the other without having to do donations. I mean, I've got to get paid for the services, but I do love doing them for free too. And the courses cost, it's that. Anyway, we'll go into that some other time because that's something that I've been wanting to talk about too. Like giving little tips and things like that as far as like if you're trying to do online work or anything that's similar to what I do or something. And I just wanted to give a little bit of tips and just kind of let you know like kind of what's going on right now at the moment. Things might change, and it also depends on what country you live at and this, that, and the other. I don't know every country and all of that. I know that I'm here in America, and I can only, you know, mention a little bit of, I mean, basically, like cards, Oracle cards, these, it would be too expensive. Like, I made them, and I have them, but I accidentally messed up. And I found out also the company doesn't accept Discover card no more, and that's the card that I use. So, because they're overseas. And so these were perfect though. The texture and everything, as you can see, it does not stick and all of that. Well, if you've watched my videos before, you've seen that. They're perfect. And these are for sale still. So, but yeah, so you're not going to make money selling this. This is more of something, if you enjoy doing it, then do it. However, if I hand make these, which I got to figure out how to do, which I'm going to do, I'm going to fix all of it and all of that myself as well, and then hand make them and stuff. You might make a few bucks, but again, that's not going to cover costs and this, that, and the other. Again, it's still more of a hobby. So pretty much a lot of the things these days is for hobby. I don't know really what you could do online as far as to make any kind of money. For me, I'm just at that point. I don't know. I thought that, if I did my services and things like that, maybe that would help with some income or at least a little extra of, but it's definitely not worth, don't bank on doing services. Don't bank on hand making things and selling it to make money. Do not do that. You'd be lucky if you'll even make a sale. So I don't know. It is what it is right now. So we'll see. But anyways, if I do a reading after this, or if I show the seeds afterwards, I might show at least how many seeds that I saved. I don't know. Oh my God, it's so good. It's so liquidy. I'm so sorry. I would share with y'all if I could. I really would. It's so darn good. And it's so tiny. Anyway, that's a lot of seeds. That's just one of them. I haven't got the other one yet. But what I'm planning on doing is when I get them all out, I'm going to go ahead and... I'm trying to find where my finger is. I'm going to go ahead and slowly put some water in there, not from the sink, but like maybe from a cup or something, kind of, swoosh it around and then strain it through a strainer and just kind of do that maybe a few times to get all the liquid off, and then put it on a paper towel to dry, and then I can store them. I just wanted to show y'all. And I'll show y'all probably also from the other one too, how many seeds we get. Oh my God. It is so much better than store-bought, like any day, like seriously. And it's just so tiny. But again, store-bought, everything is the way that it is. It has to be that way to get shipped here, this, that, the other, blah, blah, blah. All the processes and all that. All right, but seriously, it's like so amazing when you have it that way. However, look at how much got saved. Wow, that is a lot of seeds. And I kept trying to not get the liquid in there, but it was like I said, it's so hard because it's so full of liquid. Oh my God, it's so amazing. I'm serious. I wish I could give y'all some. I really do. But yeah, so that's that. And I don't know, like I said, it's going to depend on what is going to be recorded for after this. So we will find out if I get to do any of those cards or not. And if you are curious, this is, that's a Merkaba shape. This is quartz crystal. And a lot of doctors and stuff I've heard from my teachers say that whenever people take their last breath and stuff, basically, this is the shape that they say that we are, the Merkaba shape. They'll see the person sometimes, like their spirit, and then it forms into this, or no, they'll see the spirit go into this shape, and then zoom off, and then sometimes they'll just see the shape. It just really depends, and so, but that's what they say. And that's another quartz crystal. I think that might have some Lemuria type stuff on it because of the etching. I'm not quite sure, but I think. And I think this is the blue agate, something like that. I love it. Great for the throat chakra and things like that. So probably part of what's helping me to get a little more expressive, communicative, which I need. I've been pretty quiet, and so yeah. And like that says, you matter. And you do. So, but anyway, it's just so pretty. I'm obsessed with them. I can't help it. I love them. See, I think that might have been the area that was real pretty. Was that the area? I swore it was. Maybe not. It was I don't know how to explain it. I can't think of but yeah. That should be the area. But it's definitely got different types of minerals in it, because the top part up here, as you can see, it's got the darker type colors and stuff. So, and a heart shape too, actually at the top right here. Boop. I will always find heart shapes and things, because that's just, I don't know. I feel there's many reasons for that, but I'll go into that some other time. But anyway, thought I would share that too. And my cards and all of that, and some nice mess here. You already know the reason why I'm joking about it. So I do have a serious story with it, and so, but it's fine. But anyway, yeah. I love these two. Look at how pretty. I wish you would show the. Hold on. I ain't going to, I don't think. Oh, it is a little bit. You see how it's got like that etching look and everything? That's what we call Lemurian type crystals, partly because of that. Because what you would do is you would run your fingers across it in like meditation, and then you'll get more guidance from the guides and the etched messages and this, that, and the other in those. So I'm pretty sure that's what that is, but who knows? I do have some though that are like that. And one last time, you matter. That actually ended up perfect. Using this little thing that I had it in. Thankfully, none of it got spilt out into the sink, because what I did is I had popped the lid, but then I had it kind of like smushed a little to the side. You see how it's like not even? And so I had it smushed a little to the side, and I was able to drain it out. And okay, make sure there's no more seeds. There shouldn't be. But yeah, that little thing actually worked out perfect. And so I'm just going to let those dry a little bit, and then I'm going to put it onto another paper towel, and they should be more dry by then, and then just let them dry, I guess, overnight, or basically you kind of go by how they look. They'll have like a certain type of look, not much difference, but it's like a look and a feel. I don't know how to explain it right now, but yeah, so that's what I'm gonna go ahead and do with those, and then maybe I'll have another video sometime showing me storing them or whatever. I hope I find those bags. I should be able to. It's not bags, it's like I don't know what you call it. It's not Ziploc bags, but you'll see if I can find them again. I did make a video already of me storing seeds, but if I remember correct, it ended up no, I was able to store them separately, because the watermelon seeds and this cantaloupe seeds was just enough difference. The watermelon's more bigger and white, whereas this one's more of that type of color and that type of shape. So there's little differences you were able to tell. So, but yeah. So I might do a video of that. We'll see. I'm not sure. If I do end up doing the reading, it'll be after this, or like I said, I might end up having the video in parts if it ends up too long. So that way it'll kind of help space it out, keep things shorter, and then people can pick and choose what sections they want to watch. You know, another difference that I noticed too is you can actually go all the way to the hard flesh and it's still soft. It's not hard and still raw. I mean, not raw. Raw? Yeah, under ripened. And I mean, look at that. Like, you see what I'm doing. You see the texture. I'm trying to get it to show the other side without cutting myself. I mean, that's basically right at the end. And it's still, hold on. I'm putting some to the side for little man. That's like getting right there, and it's still like that. Like what I was just showing. That is awesome. And it's so tiny too. It is like, it's amazing. You saw the little paw that I had here. That was for Michael. He already came, made sure he grabbed it, and he's going to devour it right now. And he's going to come back from work, so I'm going to go ahead and make him another little pile. So he's enjoying it as well. He is loving it too. I mean, seriously, like, even, I don't know if it's fibrous or not. I'm assuming it might be a little bit, because even that, I can actually feel a satisfied sensation compared to the store-bought stuff. And so I'm just amazed at this. I'm just very happy. I'm amazed. I'm not here to, because I know there are some gardeners and things like that like to, unfortunately, try to rub it in people's faces like, look, this is what I'm growing, this is what I'm doing, and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, okay, well, you got to understand that not everybody can do this. And so, but that's not my intention. My intention is just saying, like, if you're able to ever get your chance to do this, definitely do it. Like, it's definitely worth it. like I said, I even kind of feel like it's not full, but it's that sensations there. Like you feel satisfied, like I said. So, but it's a huge difference. I mean, really, because they have to pluck it early from what I understand. And so they're not fully ripened. And then by the time we get it, it's just a harder texture. It's lost the sweetness and the liquid and all that. Like as you see, I mean, this thing is so full of liquid. It is amazing. I'm just, I had to make this because I'm still in shock myself. And he's already back for more. Little man's like, poor little man. Little man's back for more. Let's get it. Did I forget to mention how amazing